lesson Heroine of the Sea in my own words. This is the story of a brave girl, Grace, and of a shipwreck. One night in 1858, Grace Darling was a daughter of lighthouse keeper. She had lived all her life in a lonely lighthouse. Grace's father was wise and educated man who brought up his children very carefully. When the Grace was 10 years old, the family went to live in a long stone lighthouse. When the darling children grew up here, when they were older, they left their lonely home one by one. But the Grace, who stayed at home to help her mother and father, one night, on a night 6 September 1838, the terrible storm was blowing. She was used to storm, but she didn't know what terrible thing happening. The ship was big. Most of the passengers were drowned, but the 9 men and women were able to climb on a rock. As they clung to the rock all that night, they clung to the rock. Next morning at 6 o'clock, Grace was dressing. She looked out of her window. Suddenly she stopped, calling her father. She looked again. As the people clinging on the rock, we must rescue them, Grace cried. But Mr. William Darling was a brave and old man, but he shook his head and said, "It's hopeless. We can do nothing." But the Grace was determined. She argued until at the last the Grace's father was aggrieved. As they set off. At the last, they came close to the rock. Mr. William Darling were able to jump on a rock. They rescued the 5 passengers. Grace did not have any time to rest now. She was busy to help her mother to warm and feed the rescued passengers. After the several days, the passengers were able to return their home in England. They told the story of a brave girl and her father to their families and friends. Suddenly, the Grace and her father were famous. Famous. The story of their heroism was told in a newspaper. Money raised to their head, but the poor Grace did not live long. At the age of 27, she died, but she still remembered for his unselfish courage. She risked her one leg for others. Thank you.